Hi there and welcome back to Valley por Vida. Well, it can be a bit stressful to jump into the car buying world, but with the right knowledge, you can have a great experience and be smart and save money. Our team went ahead and spoke with an expert to learn all about it. Take a look.
Hello, and how are you guys doing? Thank you for having me back here at Valley por Vida. My name is Victoria with Ask Victoria, and I am talking about electric vehicles today. I know they're all the rage. And do you know by 2030, it's estimated 30% of Americans will be owning and driving an electric vehicle. This is why. 3 reasons. They're better for the environment. Instead of putting out those gas emissions that gas-powered cars do, you can drive an energy-efficient car because they're run by solar, wind, water, and be happy for the environment. Number 2, you will also be cutting down on your maintenance costs. No gas in the car, so no oil changes. You don't have to wait and get an oil change. And also they're better for your brakes. So you don't have to worry about replacing brake pads or brakes as often. And number 3, who does not like a tax credit, right? You could be eligible up to $7,500 if you're an original owner of an electric vehicle. All good reasons to take advantage of purchasing your next vehicle and it being an electric vehicle. Hope these things help. If so, feel free to find me on all social media at Ask Victoria, the number 1, or my website, www.askvictoria.net.
All right, well, here's a question for you. Is your posture affecting your productivity at work? We've all heard it growing up. Sit up straight and don't slouch. But some 65 million Americans still report recent episodes of back pain that leads to 83 million days of work lost per year. So maybe it's time to take a closer look at what's going on here. Our team went ahead and spoke with a certified clinical nutritionist, chiropractor, and certified functional medicine practitioner to learn more. Here's today's Health Check segment.
Hello, Dr. Vicki Peterson here. Today we're going to talk about your posture and your productivity. So we all know what a text neck looks like, or somebody who, their head is leaning forward. But what does that mean, and how can it affect how you feel? So this head of yours is a 10 to 12 pound bowling ball, essentially, that's held up by that scrawny little neck that most of us have, and then below that, your entire spinal cord. So your brain in that beautiful skull is the way it basically influences how your body functions from the nervous system standpoint, is that your brain narrows from the skull and then becomes a spinal cord that goes all the way down your back. So as soon as that bowling ball is not, is centered above your head, but your head is leaning forward, it not only puts stress on muscles, but it puts a lot of stress on nerves and circulation. So you can get headaches, you can feel tired, your mental acuity can go down, you can suffer from brain fog, you can also have tight traps, you can have numbness and tingling in your arms and hands. So some things you can look at is, 1, the chair that you're sitting in, that you predominantly sit in to work, or that you spend most of your time in. And the more the chair can be moved around as far as its settings, the better. So the back of the chair going up and down, so that nice curve, that lumbar curve that chairs have, has a nice bow to it. You want it to settle in right where your low back bows, so it's a nice fit in there. And also for your arms, if you have a forearm rest, you want to make sure that it's at a good angle. You want about a 90-degree angle for that. If you're sitting too high above your workstation and your arms are too open, this will happen. Your shoulders will rise. If it's too low, you'll be leaning too far forward and your head will tend to come forward. So number 1, just have a chair that has a lot of adjustments to it, or you can kind of jerry-rig some things as well if you're kind of stuck with the chair that you have. But getting comfortable and knowing the ergonomics of it is really important. And then there's exercise balls. So you can have a nice big exercise ball that gets you to the right height at your desk or workstation. And what's fun about the ball is that you kind of move around a little bit and you use your core more. You can bounce up and down on it, so it's kind of fun, but you're just using your muscles more, using your core more, because that ball is in motion a bit all the time. So it's getting a bit of exercise. And then also there's the standing and sitting. So whether you have a whole desk that goes up and down, or just something that you put on your desktop where it can go up and down, raising and lowering your computer, and so you can stand and sit both comfortably, just by virtue of something, either the entire desk, as I said, goes up and down, or what you're putting on your desktop can maneuver that way. And your keyboard is still comfortable, but you have that up and down option. That's really, really good for you as well. If you really like to stand, then sometimes putting a bit of a box under one foot or the other, you can move it back and forth. Just to, if you get like a little tight in your low back, you can place that under one foot and just move it back and forth. So it just takes a little stress off your low back. So these are all things to do at your workstation. Definitely take breaks, probably every couple of hours, or at least 2 to 3 times a day. Take a break, walk around, do some deep breathing, increase your circulation. And then of course, if these things are chronic for you, whether it's headaches, neck pain, tension, numbness, tingling, then you absolutely want to see a doctor. See a doctor of chiropractic, see a physical therapist, and get to the root cause of why you're having these complaints, even though you've really tried to work with your workstation and your ergonomics. So I hope you found this helpful. If you want more help in this area, please reach out to us. Our website is rootcausemedicalclinics.com. We have clinics on both coasts, California and Florida, and then we also do telemedicine across the country.
Again, Dr. Peterson says some posture tips to combat bad posture include getting a good work chair that allows for helpful adjustments, considering investing in a desk that moves up and down so you can alternate between sitting and standing positions, and consider getting an exercise ball that you can switch out for your chair just every once in a while. Now you can feel free to visit rootcauseclinics.com if you'd like more information. All right, well, that's all of our time for now. Thank you again so much for joining us this morning, and be sure to tune in again next time, because we'll have a lot more in store for you on Valley por Vida. Now, don't forget to follow our team on social media for exclusive behind-the-scenes sneak peeks at what we're filming for the show, and be sure to visit valleycentral.com to rewatch some of today's favorite segments. All this and more next time. We'll see you then.